There's one truth most people never fully accept. No one is better than you, and no one is smarter than you. The only real difference is how people think and what they do consistently every single day. If you've ever wondered why some people build wealth while others stay stuck, it's not luck, and it's not a mystery. It's patterns, habits, and decisions repeated over time. Most self-made millionaires started from completely ordinary situations. They had average education, average jobs, and lived in normal environments just like everyone else. What changed their lives was not a miracle. It was a decision. They decided to learn what successful people do and then apply those same principles again and again until they started getting similar results. When you begin to think and act like financially successful people, your life starts moving in that same direction. Everything begins with one powerful idea: dreaming big. Most people limit themselves before they even begin. They think small, they plan small, and they live small. But every successful person started with a vision of something bigger than their current reality. You have to allow yourself to imagine a life you truly want, the kind of income you desire, the lifestyle you want to live, and the freedom you want to experience. The clearer your vision becomes, the more energy and motivation you develop to turn it into reality. Ask yourself an honest question. What would you dare to dream if you knew you could not fail? This question has the power to completely change your mindset. Most people never ask it seriously, and that's why they stay where they are. When you remove the fear of failure from your thinking, your goals become bigger, clearer, and more exciting. Write down everything you would attempt if success was guaranteed. This is where your real journey begins. But dreaming alone is not enough. Dreams must be converted into clear, written goals. There is a massive difference between thinking about something and writing it down. When you write your goals, you give them structure and direction. Your mind begins to treat them as something real, not just imagination. Be specific. Instead of saying, "I want more money," decide exactly how much you want to earn and by when. Clarity creates power. Once your goals are clear, you must take full responsibility for your life. This is where most people fail. They blame their situation, their background, other people, or bad luck. But successful individuals think differently. They accept that everything in their life, both good and bad, is their responsibility. This mindset gives you control, because if you are responsible, then you also have the power to change things. Complaining weakens you, but responsibility strengthens you. Another major shift happens when you start doing work that you actually enjoy. When you love what you do, your energy levels change. You become more creative, more focused, and more willing to put in the effort required to improve. Think about it. If money was not a problem, what would you choose to do every day? The answer to that question often points toward your natural strengths and interests. Successful people don't just work for money, they build their lives around something they truly care about. However, passion alone is not enough. You must develop a commitment to excellence. In any field, the top earners are always those who perform at the highest level. Make a decision to become one of the best in what you do. This does not happen overnight, but it starts with a clear intention. Ask yourself, which skill, if I master it, will have the biggest positive impact on my life? Then focus on improving that skill every single day. Hard work is another principle that cannot be ignored. Many people want success, but very few are willing to do what it takes. Successful individuals often work longer and harder, especially in the early stages of their journey. There is a simple idea known as the 40+ rule. You work 40 hours a week to survive, but everything beyond that is what builds your future. The extra effort you put in today creates opportunities and results that most people will never experience. At the same time, continuous learning is essential. The world is constantly changing, and those who keep learning stay ahead. Make it a habit to spend time every day improving your knowledge and skills. Read books, listen to educational content, and learn from people who are already successful in your field. Over time, this daily learning compounds and gives you a powerful advantage. One of the most practical financial habits is to pay yourself first. Instead of spending everything you earn, develop the discipline to save and invest a portion of your income. Even starting with a small percentage can make a huge difference over time. The key is consistency. As your income grows, your savings and investments should grow with it. This is how wealth is built slowly but steadily. Another important principle is mastering the details of your work. The market rewards excellence and punishes mediocrity. The more you understand your field, the more valuable you become. Study deeply, improve constantly, and never settle for average performance. Small improvements in knowledge and skill can create massive differences in results over time. Finally, focus on serving others. Your income is directly connected to the value you provide. The more you help people, the more opportunities come your way. Instead of constantly thinking about what you can get, start thinking about what you can give. How can you solve problems better? How can you make someone's life easier? This mindset not only builds wealth, but also builds long-term success and respect. If you've made it this far, understand something important. You are already ahead of most people, but this is just the beginning. These principles can change your life, but only if you apply them consistently. In the next part, you'll discover the deeper mindset shifts and habits that turn ordinary individuals into unstoppable forces of success. Yesterday, you learned how successful people think. Now it's time to understand how they actually live, act, and make decisions every single day. Because success is not just about ideas, it's about discipline, behavior, and the standards you set for yourself when no one is watching. One of the most powerful qualities you can develop is honesty, especially with yourself. Most people lie to themselves about their effort, their habits, and their situation. But growth only begins when you face reality as it is. When you are completely honest, you start making better decisions. Integrity becomes your foundation. Doing the right thing even when it's difficult, even when no one else notices. People who build long-term success are those whose word can be trusted, whose actions match their values, and who never compromise on what they believe is right. Another critical habit is the ability to set clear priorities. Every day, you have limited time and energy, yet most people waste it on low-value activities. Successful individuals are extremely clear about what matters most. They constantly ask themselves, what is the most valuable thing I can do right now? This single question can transform your productivity. When you focus on high-impact tasks and ignore distractions, your results begin to multiply. Speed is also a major advantage in today's world. Opportunities don't wait. The faster you take action, the more chances you create for yourself. This doesn't mean acting carelessly, but it does mean avoiding overthinking and hesitation. Develop a habit of acting quickly on important decisions. When you see something that needs to be done, do it immediately. This creates momentum, and momentum is one of the strongest forces behind success. At the same time, you must understand that life is not a straight path. There will be ups and downs, progress and setbacks. Many people quit during difficult phases because they expect instant results. But successful people think long-term. They understand that growth comes in cycles. Sometimes you move forward quickly, and sometimes it feels like you're going backward. What matters is the overall direction. As long as you keep moving forward, you are on the right path. Self-discipline is the bridge between goals and results. Without discipline, even the best plans fail. It is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Discipline means controlling your actions, your time, and your habits. It means choosing long-term success over short-term comfort. The more disciplined you become, the more control you gain over your life. You also have far more creativity than you realize. Many people believe creativity is a talent, but in reality, it is a skill that grows with use. When you set clear goals and challenge yourself with problems, your mind starts generating ideas automatically. The more you think, the more solutions you find. Every successful person uses creativity to improve, adapt, and find better ways of doing things. The people you surround yourself with play a huge role in your success. Your environment shapes your thinking, your habits, and your expectations. If you spend time with negative or unmotivated people, it becomes harder to stay focused. But when you connect with driven, positive, and ambitious individuals, you naturally start thinking bigger and pushing yourself further. Choose your circle carefully because it can either lift you up or hold you back. Your physical health is equally important. You cannot build a successful life with low energy and poor health. Taking care of your body is not optional, it is essential. Simple habits like regular exercise, proper nutrition, and enough rest can dramatically improve your performance. When you feel strong physically, you think more clearly, act more confidently, and handle stress more effectively. Another key trait of successful people is decisiveness. They don't stay stuck in confusion for long. They think, decide, and move forward. Even if they make mistakes, they learn quickly and adjust. Indecision wastes time and kills opportunities. The more decisions you make, the better you become at making them. Progress always comes from action, not perfection. One of the biggest fears people face is the fear of failure. This fear stops them from trying, from taking risks, and from stepping out of their comfort zone. But failure itself is not the problem. In fact, failure is often the best teacher. It shows you what doesn't work and pushes you to improve. The real danger is doing nothing because you are afraid. When you take action despite fear, your confidence grows, and your fear slowly disappears. Finally, the ability to persist, need to keep going no matter what, is what separates successful people from everyone else. Challenges, setbacks, and disappointments are part of every journey, but those who refuse to quit eventually find a way to succeed. Persistence builds strength, character, and belief. Every time you push through a difficult moment, you become more capable of handling the next one. If you truly apply these principles, your life will begin to change in ways you never imagined. Success will no longer feel like something distant or impossible. It will become a result of your daily actions, your mindset, and your commitment to growth. Now the decision is yours. You can go back to your old habits, or you can take control and start building the life you actually want. Because at the end of the day, success is not about luck. It's about choices. And the choices you make today will define the life you live tomorrow.